Holmes. Holmes. Are you all right?
Fine. Watson, I'm fine. Thank you for
Oh
asking.
my...
Fine? By Jove, you should have heard the way you called out my name.
It was just a game of shadows.
You do not look fine, mate.
I'm glad. This place gives me the chills. What are we dealing with?
Something that's finally interesting.
May cause the end of the world. Right, so we have someone who is...
Cyanosis of the lips, marks on the neck. This man was strangled.
Okay. And then this hand. Do we have something different here? A needle prick. So he was drugged in some way.
His abdomen is severely bloated.
Okay. Does that give me more information? No. That does not give me more information. I mean, that might help. Okay. So now at least I know that it's... I mean, so I could just try some greens and see... Okay, so I assume none of them are going to actually fit. No, okay. So we need to get something new from that. And there's a possibility I will miss things, because that's what I do. United States of America.
An American passport. Amos
Oh
Colby.
dear. There we go. So that must be him.
Someone got their hands dirty painting this with blood.
Amos Colby, hair red. Oh dear. Back of the passport features a bloody drawing. It vaguely depicts a sea creature, perhaps an octopus. Northwood Agency. Any manner of discreet investigations. For you, we shall search the world. 154 Pennsylvania Lane, Boston, Massachusetts.
Old bloodstains.
Ugh. Oh no, that wasn't. Oh, that wasn't enough. Okay, interesting. Huh.
I've never seen a pattern like this before.
Okay, there we go. And then the
At least 2
Yes.
dozen pendants, all identical and made of...
just like the ones that we found in the home of the Nepalese boy. Okay, now I think we have this. Oh no, because I need 2 green. Oh, the advertisement and the passport. He was investigating. Amos Colby from the Northwood Agency. Manley Alter was a private detective from the Northwood Agency in Boston. Mr. Colby may have been investigating the disappearances before getting caught and killed by the perpetrators. Wherever the abductor's been sent to. We don't know that one yet. We don't know that one. Okay. Oh, this sounds. That looks like it might be a puzzle of some description.
It seems made for simple experiments. I wager they could not afford a better set.
Are we going to do a puzzle with this? That would be fun. Probably not, though. I should be immensely disappointed. Oh, hello.
This box contained a narcotic substance, much like the one in Kimihia's brazier.
Okay. Ooh.
Black Edelweiss Institute, established 17-something.
Okay, so... some kind of ritual, or... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the difference between those two is, so that's interesting. But... what have we got? Come up to Edelweiss, because that does seem to give some insight into where it is. But I don't think I've got anything more to go on of the other types of information. Let's see what we can see.
A small bloodstain, but not serious.
Okay. Scratches on the inside.
Deep scratches left in a frenzy.
On the inside. Okay. Oh, hello.
The strength it would take to carry this crate, let alone break it.
Okay. Does that give me anything new and exciting here? Probably not. No. Unless... No, that's not popped in at all. Right. Oh, he's hurt himself. Or... someone's gone in. Yes. Oops. I think that's more likely.
Oh, potent. This sensor has more narcotic residues. Miserable food. Mass produced.
Yes, it looks like seafood of some description. Let's look around the outsides and see if there's anything. That's where we were.
Oh, I must have seen this one before. That explains my hallucinations.
Or were they hallucinations?
These clothes are missing buttons. They were forcefully removed.
Another yellow somewhere. Something else to look at. Ah, there we go.
Dumpra, a staple of lecturemen's attire in Nepal. Gathered from dozens of people at the very least.
Right, okay. And the other option? So they've been forcibly stripped, I think is what we were saying. Anything new? I don't think so. Right. And there's another thing to imagine. Oh, the blood stains and the symbols.
What on earth? It looks like the scribbling of madmen.
I think that would probably be more likely to be English, though, wouldn't it? Chanting, or... No, I think the chanting... religious aspect of the whole thing. So there's still another thing to...
Did you hear that, Watson?
I hear you.
There's something here I could interact with. And then this is where someone was...
These clothes were crudely cut off someone. An American, judging by the style.
Harvey Colby.
Someone used mud to draw a cross in a rectangle. Why?
Well, I don't know. I can't possibly know. I mean, if it were a cross in, say, a square, maybe that would be referencing a particular flag.
Fine rope work, cut by a finer blade.
Now we still need this, and then... So he's tied up there. Oh. Is there another person involved? So that's someone else cutting him. That's someone else. So I think it makes sense for it to be Colby. But I don't know if someone else cut him loose. Let's validate and see what it says. Oh, that's wrong. So someone else cut him? Right, there we go.
Many people were brought to this place. Their abductors stripped off their clothes and discarded them in a pile. The prisoners were kept in a soporific trance by the use of narcotics. A few tried to resist, but alas, in vain. After a few days, everyone was stuffed in a crate and sent elsewhere. Only one captive was left behind. He was strangled to death on this altar.
Oh, have they got this cutscene?
What the hell is happening, Holmes?
Calm yourself.
Oh, they do.
Cannot be.
What is it? Oh my God.
And you don't quite see it. I like that.
Please tell me we found all we needed to, Holmes.
I think we found a bit more than that.
Yet we have no clue as to where those people have been taken.
And that's where you're wrong, Watson. We have more than enough. I just need to connect the dots. How about you pack your suitcase in the meantime, my dear fellow? Just in case.
Because of course we didn't actually finish this, did we? But now we have an idea. So we have the Warehouse 12 openings, and the cross inside the rectangle. Is that all? Is that correct? It is. The Black Edelweiss Institute in Indeed, Switzerland. So it should be a square, not a rectangle. But rectangle communicates flag in general. The abductees are headed for the Black Edelweiss Institute, established in the 1700s. It lies somewhere in Switzerland. And there we go. Open your casebook. Press space to start your research. Search that in the archives. Right, so we know it's in Switzerland. We're doing this. Date of establishment, 1700s. Field activity. Medicine for an institute. Oh, and I can't do anything else. Because it had drugs. And I don't know what else that would be. The Black Edelweiss Institute is in Interlaken, Switzerland. Established in 1789 by Professor Keller. The institute specializes in mental illnesses and addictions. It's currently headed by Professor Gygax.
Dr. Watson, how does a trip to Switzerland sound to you?
It sounds unexpected. What makes you think we should head there?
It's all about the box with narcotics and Mr. Colby's clue, the cross inside a rectangle. Put two and two together, add a dash of research, and what do you get? The Black Edelweiss Institute in Interlaken, Switzerland. If we hurry, we can still catch tonight's train.
And there's the end of chapter 2.
As grateful as I have been for your company, Dr. Watson, I'm afraid you shall have to investigate Edelweiss alone.
Hello? Mr. Holmes, I fear you overestimate my abilities.
Nonsense. You are a military man, a bastion of British courage.
I'm no such thing. As a doctor, I avoided most combat, save for one dreadful day. My troop was ambushed in a village, with innocents caught in the crossfire. Too many to help.
The man with the rosary. He was one of them?
A translator, yes. We were trapped. 6 soldiers and myself. I thought it was the end. But Lieutenant Paget refused to go quietly. The men prepared for a final stand. I rose to follow, but Paget shook his head. He told me to run. That I had other men to save. They charged, and I fled through the rear. So you see, Mr. Holmes, I am a coward.
The logic seems inescapable.
Yes.
You, a surgeon by trade, would have been perfectly useless in that conflict.
What? No.
And how many men have you helped since? Ailments eased, troubles tended?
No more than a handful. Truth be told, I have become somewhat of a recluse.
How many people could you help with 30 years ahead of you? Dozens? Hundreds? Paget was correct. You can cease your self-recrimination.
Holmes, I don't know what to say.
I would start with, I am Dr. John Watson, may I look around?
Yeah, I like that, but he's got a slightly different way of looking at things. Red lights. It's not ominous at all, is it?
The Edelweiss staff will doubtless be eager to show off their facilities to a fellow physician. I have already taken the liberty of sending a letter on your behalf to request a visit.
And what of you?
I shall be pursuing other avenues. Should you see anything troublesome or improper, simply notify the local authorities. Otherwise, try a little analysis yourself. You know my methods. Apply them.
I knew we'd be coming to Switzerland. I was planning on using that for an episode title. Mountains of Madness. Ah, dear. Well, here we are. Inside the Edelweiss Institute in Switzerland. Ready for Chapter 3, but that will be next time, now that we've found out where people are going. I do like some of these. They've changed things. Like the scratches in the table is meant to be help you solve a puzzle that gets into that temple area in the original. So it's quite interesting. So I was kind of like excited when they turned up. It's like, oh, I actually have them, and then they've got different puzzles. But yeah, they are doing things differently. They're taking the main structure of Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened, but using the story, but using the kind of the structure from a bit more from chapter 1 of the stories. I think it is. I do think they've done. Yeah, I think this is an improvement of chapter 1. He says so far. I don't know how far we're in. Right, what are other places we go? Do we go back to London? I don't think so. There might be 2 or this one, and then maybe 2 or 3 more after it. Well, we will see as we progress through the Awakened at the Edelweiss Institute. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.